everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. It is October 31st, 2024. State and federal officials confirmed yesterday that H5N1 bird flu was found in a pig living in Crook County. This is the first such swine infection reported in the current outbreak. They're calling it a food security situation of wow. This strain of bird flu virus in the pig is slightly different than the one that has been plaguing dairy cows in California and other states, which is known as B313. Instead, it is called D1, and they're saying it is a wild bird origin that likely came along the migrating Pacific flyway. Finding the flu virus in a pig, regardless of the strain, is a concerning development, scientists say. Swine are considered by health officials to be efficient influenza mixing bowels. They are susceptible in both avian and human flu viruses and could potentially provide an opportunity for different viruses to exchange genetic material and become a greater threat to humans. Experts and commentators have minimized the outbreak to date, saying, but it's not in pigs yet. Well, now it seems to be, and it's just in time for other critical ingredients to brew a pandemic virus, seasonal human flu viruses. One scientist says we can't afford to keep playing a wait-and-see game. They're saying that they know how quickly this virus can emerge and spread. They're also saying we must immediately remove it from these farms, increase all surveillance, and begin planning actions for a larger response. We can't afford to do a wait and see again. We need to act now. According to officials, the infected pig was one of 5 living on a small farm. All pigs were tested and euthanized, even though 2 of the pigs that were tested came up negative for the virus. And the other 2, the testing is still pending. In addition, federal authorities say only low viral levels were detected in the 1 pig sample. They also say that the virus may require close contact, such as shared water, to move between different species. I'll be more concerned if it traveled by aerosol to a confined building, said the researcher, adding that a pig serving as a mixing vessel is not as likely as backyard herds, a bigger risk in commercial herds where flu is more epidemic. The Oregon farm, which is located in an area just east of Bend, is not a commercial operation according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Its animals were not destined for commercial food production. As it stands for right now, federal officials says there is no concern about the safety of the nation's pork supply. They also noted that cooking foods properly and pasteurizing dairy products inactivates the virus. The farm where the pigs were living is the same one where 70 infected backyard birds were tested and euthanized last week after H5N1 was detected. The farm is under quarantine, and the state Department of Agriculture is surveying the area. The 70 birds that were slaughtered had the version of a D1 virus, which suggests they were not infected by dairy cows. Instead, likely, they got it from wild birds. Well, they just don't know, do they? Based on recent diagnostic results, it appears that the migratory waterfowl are moving this new geotype down from the Pacific flyway, said Brian Richards, the emerging disease coordinator at the U.S. Geological Survey National Wildlife Health Center. In the past 2 weeks, there's been several outbreaks in commercial and backyard flocks in British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. California state veterinarian Rebecca Jones told the Los Angeles Times on Tuesday that a small backyard flock in Santa Rosa was also infected by the D1 strain. But for some reason, that flock is not listed on the USDA's website. In addition, 2 commercial chicken farms in California's King County and a backyard flock in Tulare County were reportedly infected on Tuesday. Again, the particular strain of H5N1 in those birds has not been identified. Scientists, they say, are frustrated that genetic sequencing has not been forthcoming on some of these latest outbreaks. So I wonder why they're not investigating more, or they're not more forthcoming with the types of viruses that have been recently causing these outbreaks and the slaughter of private farms. The big deal for me about the pig, said Corsland, is the unwillingness to name the clade. Was it in the dairy clade or something else? We also have another poultry outbreak in Oregon with dairy herds. Around that, no one is owning up to regarding the subclade. If it is B313, we need to test dairy herds. According to the USDA, there have been 393 herds infected with the H5N1 since March across 14 states, not including Oregon. Almost half of those, 193, are in California. Asked if a new strain of H5N1 in the mix was going to complicate the situation, Maurice Pitsky, an associate professor with a research focus on poultry health and food safety epidemiology at UC Davis, said yes. This is year 3 of migration, where the virus seems to be coming back down. Viva birds who summered in the Arctic and swamped viruses. If it keeps happening, it makes it more than challenging to stop. He said that a few years ago he worked on a computer model that could predict where the virus would show up as birds migrated south. He said it worked, and now people are asking him to develop another. And he said he can't. It's too complex now. Now it's in urban wastewater. It's in wild mammals. It's in dairy cows. It's in songbirds. It's in waterfowl and shorebirds. It's in marine mammals. We never had anything like this before at a species level that is at a geographic level and at a food security level. Wow. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Are you considering stocking up on pork? Because you can pork, put it in jars or buy it in cans that'll last for many years. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Is this deliberate or just another level of what's coming in the future, an act of God? Please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.